Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Daily Blues here on 100% Chelsea. All the latest transfer rumours to do with Chelsea Football Club. Now, apologies for the previous stream. If there was any sound issues from my end, it seemed like it was working. For you guys, it obviously wasn't. Let me know in the comment section if everything is top notch and it's all working fine. From here, from my end, it seems like it is. So please let me know in the comments while this stream is going on. Let's get to the rumour. Now, I mentioned it in the other stream. Pedro to Chelsea looks like it's going to happen. Obviously, Luis Enrique has said and come out that he can't stop Pedro from leaving the club. So it does seem like it could actually go forward. Chelsea are front runners for a £20 million deal. Now, with Pedro apparently making his way to the club, it leaves room for someone else to possibly leave. And that someone else is none other than Remy. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about that. Remy, you know, who has proven that he can score goals, who has proven that he is at the top of his game, but is always second or third choice behind Diego Costa. And now with Falcao in the fold and Falcao at the club, Remy will remain as third choice. I'm pretty sure of it. So Crystal Palace have come forward. Crystal Palace have made their interest known and shown exactly what they can do. And you know, it does make me feel like he could actually go. He could actually go. Now, going to Palace, as I said in the previous stream, it's not far. It's not far at all. 25-minute drive from Selhurst Park to Stamford Bridge, and you're there. You know, it's pretty much it's so close. So it wouldn't disturb him. It wouldn't make sure that, you know, he has to move house or anything like that. It's pretty easy for him. And if he goes to Crystal Palace, he's guaranteed first-team football. More or less guaranteed first-team football. So, you know, how do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about Remy popping over to Crystal Palace? Now, as I've said, he knows he's not going to be first choice. Falcao has come into the club. Mourinho wants to develop Falcao. Costa's already our first choice striker. Remy, even though he's proven he can come on and score goals, it seems like he would actually prefer to leave. Now, where does that leave our striker situation? Let me know. Do you think Pedro coming into the club will play as a forward rather than a winger, which is his natural position? Do you think he'll be played more up top to replace Remy? Or do you think we need to bring in another striker? Bring in another striker, either transfer, or would you promote someone from the academy like Solanke? A few of you have said you prefer Solanke becoming promoted as, you know, first team squad. As probably our third choice striker. Would you like that, or do you think we should get someone else in like Charlie Austin? Because I haven't heard anything about Charlie Austin in about 2 weeks or so. He could end up coming to the club, or do you think we should go after someone else? At the moment, it's not really clear. It's not really clear at all. Remy is still a Chelsea player, but the rumours coming out today is that Palace are ready to launch. They're ready. They're interested. They want Remy, and Remy would possibly sacrifice it and move. He probably would to get first-team football because he knows he won't be played so much at Chelsea. So leave me your thoughts in the comments. Would you prefer that, or do you see Pedro filling that void directly? Do you think Pedro will be the only guy we need to fill in the void that Remy leaves, and we'll be fine? We'll be fine without Remy. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. So let's get to your comments. Let's get to your comments. And this time the stream does look like it's working. You can all hear me good. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Eden Hazard, number 10, says, apparently Stoke City manager said Victor Moses will return to Chelsea. Very weird. That is very weird. I don't know how Victor Moses is going to fit in. I just don't know. We're going to end up with too many wingers. You know, at one point I heard he's not part of the plans. And now apparently he's not staying at Stoke because we've sent Van Ginkel out on loan for the Begovic deal. Van Ginkel's gone. Moses will come back. So I don't know how Moses is going to fit in. We're going to have Hazard, Willian, Cuadrado, Moses. And then if Pedro comes, Pedro, I mean, blimmin' heck. Too many wingers. Too many wingers. Too many. Yeah, I'm not so sure how that fit around. Maybe he'll go elsewhere. Maybe he'll come really quick, sort out another deal, and he'll go on loan somewhere else. Maybe. And I think that's what Chelsea would do. Ryan says Chelsea have agreed a fee with Internacional for Chilean midfielder Charles Aranguiz. If that does happen for £8 million, we have bagged ourselves a bargain, guys. So until that's announced, I won't comment on that, but it would be a great buy, a great buy. Everything CFC says Bamford as third choice. Bamford, that would be That would be interesting. He's proven what he can do at Middlesbrough. He's shown what he can do. He was voted Championship Player of the Year. I would definitely make him third choice and not send him out on loan. Definitely. So if Remy does go, Bamford, that's a good shout. Very good shout. That as a third choice striker, he'd be happy. We'd be happy, and he can develop. Eden Hazard 10 says he deserves to leave for the first team football, even though I want him to stay, but Falcao is so rubbish. Now, and I said before, we have to give Falcao a chance. This is the Falcao. Just to remind you guys, he had one bad season. Everyone's had a bad season. Everyone. Even Messi had a mediocre season. Okay, you can't judge on 1 year. Falcao is still Falcao. Give him a chance. If he doesn't perform, then you can slate him. He says Pedro is a winger. He can't play as a striker. We will buy a striker. That's what I think. I can't see Pedro more as a striker, even though he can play there because he can bang in the goals. His average, his total tally from Barcelona and country is 1 goal every 3 games. That's a very good stat for a sub. That's a very good stat. So it could happen. Could happen. But I see him as a winger. I agree. PK Shababoy says, listen, if Falcao comes to his original beast mood, everyone is pissed. Exactly. If Falcao shows up as the Falcao we know, we have 2 of the world's best strikers. Just to let you know. So, honestly, give him a chance. Give him a chance. Vincent says, what's with the new shirt? I've seen it leaked and it has Yokohama Tires when the company name is Yokohama Rubber. I think it's the same as when we first got Samsung. If those of you who remember, when we first landed Samsung, we had Fly Emirates and then we got rid of that and got Samsung. When we got Samsung, it wasn't just Samsung. It said Samsung Mobile. And then we got rid of the mobile and just kept Samsung. Now, I think we should make the same move because having Yokohama Tires, it makes our shirt look cheap. It makes it look like we're advertising a bit of rubber. But instead of just Yokohama, that would be better. That would be much better. So, yeah, I agree. Hopefully, it will say Yokohama Tires, but eventually we have to get rid of the tires bit. You know, if not, we'll turn into a laughing stock. But the amount of money that's coming from this deal is good. Believe me, it's very, very, very good money. Ali G says, I reckon Remy leaves and Pedro might join, although Enrique said today he would like to keep him. But if he comes, Costa, Falcao and Pedro sounds more of a formidable front line. That's a very good point. It's a very good point. Luis Enrique did say that, but as I've said, he said he can't stop him from leaving. He wants to keep him, but if the release clause is triggered, he will go. That's what Luis Enrique said. So all we got to do is trigger that 20 million and he's ours. Practically, he's ours. So that's why I can see it happening. That's why I think it will happen. Let's wait and see. Everything CFC says Moses can play as a striker and a winger. It's a good point. Moses has played as a striker before. That's a good point. But would he be the third choice striker? I'm not so sure. I think he's going out on loan again. I think he would. Or we'll sell him. Soren Kurdi says Remy is too important. At the moment, he's a good backup, but I think he's had enough of being a backup. Oliver says Oscar scored the same number of league goals as £50 million rated Sterling last season, plus just 1 less assist. Sterling was signed for 50 million. Unbelievable. It's still unbelievable. It's still unbelievable. I can't believe it's happened. 50 million. What a waste of money. What a waste. But hey, if it means City making mistakes, I'm all for it. Let them make mistakes. You know, it means that we just get advantage and they don't. Eden Hazard 10 says, I think he will go to Fiorentina because they want compensation and Chelsea are willing to negotiate with a player like Remy or Moses. That's true. If the Salah deal doesn't happen, we'll probably send someone on loan to them. Just as a, we're sorry, have one of our players, you know, another one. So yeah, that could happen. Oliver says that Falcao and Diego Costa chemistry link will be good. And that's why I've said Jose might change the formation. We might end up with 2 strikers. That could work. It could work. With them two up front, they know each other well. It can work. Eden Hazard says, I'm sure we'll get a centre-back, midfielder, and if Remy leaves, a striker. That's true. At the moment, I think Aranguiz will be the midfielder, probably Pedro as well. I think Otamendi will end up becoming a Chelsea player. And probably another striker, or Bamford will get promoted. Soren Cardi says Sterling 49 million, worth it or no? No, not at all. Not at all. They've made a massive blunder here, massive blunder. But hey, let them. Ali G says, Eunice, I'm eagerly awaiting the Community Shield game versus Arsenal. Are you doing anything special with Arsenal Fan TV and Robbie? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I can't wait for that game at Wembley because I know we will beat them. And unfortunately, Robbie and co will be crying. So no, we probably will. We probably will meet up with them. I think we would, but it'll be a good one because I'm pretty confident we're gonna come up with the upper hand. So let's wait and see what they're gonna have to say. Rich Wick says, where is Bamford going to play next season? At the moment, he's playing at Cobham. He is training with the Chelsea team. Let's wait and see what happens. I would love to keep him. As a third choice, if Remy does leave, I'll be more than happy. More than happy for Bamford. He's ready. He's ready. Vincent says, Remy must stay if we're going to win the league again. I think so too. I think so. Remy is a good player, but I just don't see him staying. If someone else comes in for him, he will want to play first team football. So I do see him going. I do see him going. Eden Hazard says, you need to do a show at a specific time. That will happen. At the moment, it is at the moment around the evening time. From around the weekend, I reckon it will be in the morning. It'll be first thing in the morning around 8:30 or 9 o'clock. This will be on at that time. A set time will be arranged in the morning. So be sure to be awake at that time with your breakfast and your coffees and, hear the latest here on Daily Blues. So that's happening from the weekend. This weekend coming, that will be the new time. Everything CFC says, apparently Loftus-Cheek could be going on loan to Fiorentina. I've read that. It could happen. Hasn't happened yet, but it could happen. Shabba Boy says, guys, there is no need to panic as we still have 50 days until the transfer window closes, so it's all okay. Forget about the other clubs. They're just changing players while we are in it for depth. That's a good point. Other teams are building. We're already built. We're just looking to add to the foundation. We're just looking for depth because we need some depth. We're just looking to add some players to the squad. Other teams are looking to create new teams. We already have a team. We already have an 11. We've got the advantage. So relax. It's true. I do agree. Oliver says Wenger has nothing on Mourinho. LOL. It's true. Reports say he's going to Norwich, says the wise gamer. That's concerning Bamford. If that is the case, it's a great deal for Norwich, but I would prefer him to stay. If we do end up getting another striker, then yes, Norwich is a good place to go to on loan. Everything CFC says the same. There is reports Bamford could be going to Norwich. And Vincent says, what will you be doing on Chelsea preseason tour? I will be reporting from every single game. We will be doing analysis from every single preseason game. Tony will be involved. Louis will be involved. We will get more content out during preseason for you guys. So there is much more to come. It's just at the moment, there's nothing going on. Preseason hasn't really started. It's just transfer talk. So I'm giving you all the transfer rumors, but a lot more content will begin from the start of this weekend. So be sure to check everything out here on 100% Chelsea. Last comment, Young Sinatra, good name. What do you think about the preseason versus Barcelona and PSG? That would be a very good testing ground for us. Very good testing ground. And it'll show what level we're at. If we can compete with them, and hopefully if Pedro comes to us before then, he can play against them. That would be good. That would be good. That would be amazing. Creechan says, why did Mourinho block the sale of Mikel if we could get someone else for the same price? Because there might not be anyone available. Mikel is the player who shuts the game down. Maybe we do need him in the squad at least just to shut the game down. Sovereign Curdy says, no, please keep the show in the evening. I'm at work in the morning. I want to see the show live. Well, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you prefer the morning or do you prefer the evening? I'll make a decision based on your comments. We'll see what happens then. Thank you for your comments. I can't get to all of your comments here on the chat because there is quite a few coming through. So I do apologize if I've missed a few, but leave your comments in the comment section below after this goes off the air. I will be reading all of those and I will respond accordingly. So thank you all for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to 100% Chelsea and new to Daily Blues. Please check out all the social media links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are active on all platforms, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for another edition of Daily Blues. So let's get more rumors out the window. Let's start signing some boys, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow on Daily Blues. So take care, guys. Have a good evening, and I'll see you then. Take care.